Hi! How are you guys doing? Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm gonna be trying a bunch of new makeup and let's see how it goes. How are you guys doing? You doing okay? There's a lot going on, okay? Just life in general, it's a lot. So I understand, totally get it. So today's video, I'm realizing that I have a bunch of new makeup. That's not really typical for me. I'm not somebody who just like buys. But I have found myself with a few new things that I'm realizing now I haven't talked about, I haven't done dedicated reviews for, I have used a few times, so let's just talk about them together. So let's start. I've already gotten some moisturizer and primers and things like that on my face. And let's start here with this Auric Glow Lust. So this is all the rage. Auric is the new cosmetics line from Samantha Ravndal. And this is very similar, I find, to the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter for Superstar Youth Glow. The difference here is the formula is much thicker. The price point is higher. This thing is hard to remove. The way that I've been using this, I kind of been doing two things. Either I use it sort of like as a highlighter on top of foundation, or I have also used it kind of as primer underneath foundation. What is going on with my hands today? So I'm gonna dispense just the tiniest little bit, because a little goes a long way. I'm gonna just rub it along my fingers. It is very thick. And let's just kind of apply it. I feel like it's been a long time since I've just sort of chatted with you guys, done a get ready with me sort of. I guess it's been nearly a year. I was looking to see when the last time it was that I did something like this, and it was like right at the beginning of quarantine. We all thought it was gonna be just like a month or two, right? Couple months? Oh, sweet summer child. Year later, here we are. I've been using the Dior Air Flash. I haven't really talked about it too much besides pointing out that it is my most expensive bougie product, but I love it. Okay, and I'm using it with this brush. So this brush I did not know existed. It is dirty AF. Don't look at the dirt. I found myself inside a Sephora in person and saw this brush and I was like, well, let's try it out. Oh, it's incredible. Shake it up. Ooh, shake it up. What I find is when I use this brush, I use a lot less of the spray because it's not just getting soaked up in my sponge. And it's so fast. Look at this. It's already on. It's really easy to do sheer layers with this, you know? I wish I could spray less of it onto my hand that's holding the brush and on the handle of the brush, but you know, you can't always get what you want. I've been having microphone problems. Poor me. I'm trying to figure out if it's the cable or if it's the actual microphone. It's probably the microphone. It's cheap. I don't have like that super nice one that other people have, but this one's been working just fine. So like, I don't care. I think it's starting to die. It just gets like staticky. All of a sudden it's like, and sometimes I can kind of edit that out in post, and then sometimes I just cannot. So, doing my best. All right, I do have some zit action happening and some under eye circles. If I don't mention the product, it's not new, but you can check down in the description box if you're interested. So work has been pretty busy for me lately. I have been working in my office in person 2 days a week, and I telework the other days, unless I've got something going on. Like last week I actually went in 3 days. And really the purpose of that is to just kind of reduce exposure. They don't want everybody in the office at the same time exposing each other to cooties. Work for me, the busy season is like the springtime, because I have a lot of things that come due at that time, and they're really, really labor intensive. They take a lot of attention to detail. They're very tedious. And it's difficult to do that kind of work at home because I'm working from like a little shitty laptop at my dining room table. And at work I have like a really decent setup. I've got 2 monitors and all of that. So there are people in my office that they go in every day, but I'm a scaredy cat, I guess. I don't want to be exposed or accidentally expose somebody else and, you know, not know it. So I'm just trying to stay home as much as I can. But I don't know if you guys saw my Insta story. There was a mouse in my office. It was the cutest thing ever. So the building where I work is fairly new construction. It was built in, I want to say like 2013 or something. And the area that it was built in was under, well, it was like not developed. It was woods before. Hey. What? Go to Target. Okay. Bring back energy drinks. Okay. The mice and other creatures that lived in that area were built into the building. That sounds crazy, but it's true. So once they sealed up the doors and windows, the mice were already inside, man. Okay. So they do what they can. They set out the traps and the poison and stuff, but you know, they're still mice. My desk is like in a cubicle, right? So then I kind of just look up from my desk and across the little walkway, long, short file cabinet under the window, and I just saw the mouse running across, and I was like, oh my god. So I got up and, you know, had a little photo shoot with the mouse. It was very brazen. At one point, the mouse was like, you know, just doing its thing, and it like jumped off the cabinet and then started to run towards me, and I was like, I wasn't afraid that the mouse was gonna like bite me or something. I was afraid I was gonna step on him. Oops, I didn't want to smush him, because I would have been like inconsolable if I had stepped on a mouse. They'll probably catch the mouse this weekend. He's probably in a trap somewhere. Poor thing. Let's see, what else is going on? Patches. Okay, so we have two cats, Murray and Patches. Patches is an old man, 15 or 16 now. Anyways, he started having some issues. He had a couple of episodes where he was acting very weird, all like crunched up and crunchy, and then like weak. Just not good, not himself. So he had a few vet visits. It was just sort of determined that he has low potassium. So we have him on a potassium supplement, and that's easy enough because it's powder, and I just like sprinkle it onto wet food and smash it in, and he eats it just fine. And then he also has arthritis that makes him a little bit crunchy. You know what I'm saying? Like crunchy. He takes this medicine called gabapentin. It's used a lot for pets that are like nervous to go to the vet or travel, you know, but it also is a good general pain reliever, I guess. He will not take pills. Period. Can't hide it in his food. So we got it in liquid form, and I have to wrestle him every day to give him this medicine. For a 16-year-old frail cat who we have to give him potassium supplements because he has muscle loss, he has the strength of like 15 men when you're trying to give him medicine. And we had to take him to a cat cardiologist. Okay, so Patches has a heart murmur and also has high blood pressure. He was also prescribed amlodipine, which is used in people too for high blood pressure. Like I have a friend who her husband is on amlodipine and the cat is on it as well. Their cat. We have to take the pills and we have to cut them, and they just crumble into dust, which is so wasteful and stupid. And then I'm nervous, like, is he getting the right dose? What's going on? And then also he's the world's worst pill taker, and I can't put it in one of those like pillars, syringe almost, but you put the pill in it and then you can cram it in your cat's mouth and plunge it so it goes in deep so they can't just like spit it out. Okay, well I can't do that with this because it will crumble, and it's already crumbled. A lot of times I'm putting like multiple pieces into his mouth. I would probably get turned into the authorities if people saw what we had to do to Patches to get him to take this medicine. I have to wrap him like a burrito, in a very specific way because I don't want to hurt him. I'm essentially swaddling him, right? So I like wrap up his legs and tail, and then I wrap in his arms, and he's already pissed off. Then I hold his mouth open, and he has bit the shit out of me before. Hold his mouth open, and Tyler drops the pills in, and then I rub his throat so he'll swallow it, and then we followed up with a squirt of gabapentin, which he's such an asshole. He will like squirt it out of the sides of his mouth. He's such a dick. We do the pill, the gabapentin, and then I have his food ready immediately. So, you know, take him out of the little burrito and put him down in front of his food, because in order for him to eat his food that he really likes, he has to like lick all that medicine. Haha, gotcha, tricks. So wrestling Patches every day has become my cardio. I'm always so worried that I'm gonna hurt him, but he's so dramatic. Those soccer players who are trying to get, you know, fouls called on the other team, if somebody touches them, they're like, ah!
My cat being overly dramatic.
That's Patches. I would record this process, but again, it doesn't look good, okay? We look like monsters torturing this poor old man. But the good news is all of those things, all those efforts seem to be working. He has put on some weight, which is always good to see in an older guy. The dosages that they have him on seem to be good. So Patches does this thing where he doesn't cover up his poop or his pee, and he pees like gallons, man. Is this TMI? Is this gross? There was a time, like before we got settled, established in this routine, he had gotten like some dirty litter all over his feet and stuff because he doesn't cover his pee and then he steps in it and then it was like all over his fur. I'm like, ugh, gross. So I needed to give him a bath. Just like a half bath for like his like back legs that had the dirty litter on them. Let me give him some gabapentin to chill him out, and he was so high. Oh my goodness. You could tell when it kicked in because I had him in the kitchen sink and he was just sitting there like,
one pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small.
new makeup. New makeup. I haven't talked about any makeup. The only thing that I've talked about was that Auric Glow Lust. Okay, so look what I have here, you guys. Urban Decay Naked palette, a new one. This is the Wild West, and you notice this one is vegan certified. They have been cruelty-free for a very long time, but this one is vegan, so that's cool, you know, if that's important to you. I love Urban Decay shadows. I'm such a sucker, especially for the naked palettes. I don't have all of them though. I don't have the cherry, the purple one, the honey one, or the smoke one, so I guess I don't have all of them. But this one spoke to me because look how pretty. Look at these colors. Whoa, whoa. Okay, now, do you need this? Let's be clear, you don't need any of this. No one needs any of this. If you're someone who's really into the Urban Decay palettes, you love a nice neutral story, like if you just cover up this one, oh, hang on, let me see if I can do this. If you can just cover up these two, look, it's like, it's very neutral, okay? But how does it compare to the other palettes? Well, I'm glad you asked. Only compared to other Urban Decay naked palettes, I wanted to show you, let me take the brush out, actually. It comes with the little double-ended brush that I never use. This reminds me a lot of the Naked Heat palette, right? Or so I thought. Well, first of all, they're bringing back that hefty plastic packaging that I love. The top one is Naked Heat and the bottom one is Wild West. There are some similarities, but not really. I mean, the Naked Heat one is a lot warmer and the bottom one is a lot more neutral. And of course it has those pops of like gray, this real deep teal, and this like turquoise color. Look at this, Naked 2 gray tones compared to the vibrant colors of Wild West. Naked Reloaded, you know I love this one. I hate this package, it's so stupid, but I do love that they just left off the brush because no one cares about the brush. Nobody. On top is Naked Reloaded, on bottom is Wild West. There are some similarities, but they're not really the same at all. So it's very desert west, Wild West-ish. I guess that's why they called it Wild West. Wow, Sarah. There are a ton of really great reviews of this palette, including full swatches, dupes, comparisons, and some demos, makeup looks. So I'm gonna make sure to link some of those down in my description box, so check those if you wanna see a full dedicated review of this. We're not doing that here today. I haven't touched these at all, so I'm super excited. Everybody is going to the turquoise color and this deep teal. Let's see if we can use these like burnt orangey type shades. Once I have the eyes on, then I'll probably, well, there's no probably about it. Once I have the eyes on, I'll do blush and lips, and I'm gonna try not to chicken out today too, because I tend to do that. Let's start with Ghost Town. Maybe I should have used an eyeshadow base. There's a little bit of concealer on there. I think it's fine. I'm gonna try to do maybe a little bit different of a shape today. Instead of something super duper round, I'll try to, I'm not gonna do like a winged line or anything crazy, but I will try the winged shadow shape. Does that make sense? Color payoff is beautiful, perfect, and no fallout, so we love that. I'm gonna take the shade Whiskey, it's a little bit deeper, and just deepen out this outer corner and inner corner. So I'm leaving the center of the eyelid because I want to do a brighter color, one of these shimmers, with a tiny shader brush. I'm gonna take this color Spur, which is a really buttery, like butterscotch color, and I'm gonna place it right on these edges. I'm gonna try to blend them and make them a little warmer, sunsetish, you know? I want to use that turquoise so bad, but it's like everybody's doing it, so I don't wanna. I'm gonna swatch these two shimmers and just sort of see which one I like better for this look. On my hand, the really golden color is called Hold'em, and the more silvery toned one, like champagne-y almost, it's called Cowboy Rick. That's pretty. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna do Cowboy Rick and dab that right in the center. And then with the tiniest little flat brush, I'm grabbing whiskey and just dabbing it on the edges. We're gonna do something really, really smoky. So I'm gonna take the color Spur, the one that I was blending my edges with, and we're really gonna get into this eye bag, and we're gonna go down pretty far. You know what I like. This is gonna make blue eyes pop big time. Wow, this color is really nice because you're getting that buttery yellow without it being like, wow, that's yellow. Oh no, there's fallout on my face. Okay, that Cowboy Rick fell out all over my face. So love that for me. Hopefully we can handle that later with blush. Okay, and then with that tiny little brush, we're gonna take whiskey, keep really tight next to the lash line. That is pretty. I think what we could do is maybe do a little pop of color on the intercorner. I think that would be fun. And I wanna do a fun color on the waterline. We're gonna do giant lashes also. I have all of these fun lashes from Estate Cosmetics, and I have a set ready right now to put on. This is the style Booty Call. So I'm gonna do my other eye, obviously, do mascara, put on these lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So these lashes are freaking beautiful. Look at them. I put a bunch of mascara on my bottom lashes, my poor pitiful bottom lashes, but because I didn't use the deep teal or that really beautiful turquoise color, I'm gonna just cheat it by using this eyeliner. This is by Maybelline. This is not new. Ooh, that's pretty. So I'm definitely getting that deep teal color that I missed in the shadow by not using it. If you are somebody that is never gonna use like this bold of a color as an eyeshadow, think about a pencil in that same shade as sort of a gateway. Like you still get that pretty pop of color without it being too like too much. So I think actually I'm gonna go one step further, and I can't help myself. I need to use this color. That's it. Oh my gosh. You know what? This is really similar, I think, to that Ofra palette that I used a while in my last BoxyCharm video. I think this is a little deeper, but put a little pop of color in my intercorner for funsies, and I really liked it. Okay, do I have a new blush that I could use? I want to do more of like a warm terracotta type of color. I have some new cream blushes from Rare Beauty, but these are not the right color. Actually, first let's do a highlight. Maybe I'll just dab a little bit more of this Auric on there, huh? Yeah. What did I want to talk to you about? Oh, the COVID-19 vaccine. Have you guys gotten it yet? The rollout of the COVID-19 vaccine in the United States, it's in full swing, man. They're doing their best. It's getting better every day. At first, it seemed like it was gonna take a while to trickle down to like regular folks, you know what I mean? Like if you are not a healthcare provider, first responder, something to that effect, you are not gonna get, or it didn't seem like you were gonna get the vaccine until like probably this summer, but it's very much improved. I am not a medical professional, I'm not a teacher, I'm not a first responder, so I did not expect to have it be available to me, but I'm very fortunate in that my work was able to roll it out to people who needed it very quickly. So all of the people in my world of work that interact with the public, they got it very early, probably December-ish, December, January. We got the Pfizer vaccine. That one is 2 doses. I thought that some of them were only 1 dose and the other ones were 2 doses, but I guess most of them are 2 doses. Anyways, the first one, and then 21 days later, so like 3 weeks later, you go back for the second dose. The first dose is like a primer. This is how it was explained to me because I had no symptoms. It was easier than getting like the regular flu shot. It was fast. I had no symptoms. You know, sometimes you'll get like a low-grade fever, feel kind of achy, or, you know, just generally yucky. I didn't have any of that at all with the first dose. But the second dose. If you have not had your second dose yet, oh, you are in for a treat. That shit was no joke, okay? I was laid out. The second dose, it didn't hurt any worse. In fact, My arm at no point hurt as bad as it normally does with like the regular flu shot. At the injection site was definitely very tender, but typically like my whole arm is just like useless. What happened to the rest of my body though? I don't think I ever had a fever, but about 12 hours after the injection, I started to kind of feel tired and maybe a little bit achy, but it was one of those things where like I wasn't sure if I was really feeling it or I thought I was feeling it. You know what I mean? Hang on a second. So I got the dose at like 1:30 in the afternoon. So by that evening I was sleepy, right? Tyler got it the day before me. So he also had a very strong, it's not a reaction, but symptoms. He had very strong symptoms and I just thought he had man flu and was being a baby because he stayed home from work. He never stays home from work. Ever. I took some Motrin, drank a lot of water, went to bed, got an extra blanket just in case like chills or whatever came on. So I was ready, prepared. And it was about 3 a.m.-ish. I woke up, body aches, bad. So I was like, oh no. So I took some more Motrin, went back to sleep. My chills were never that bad, probably because, you know, I had socks and sweatpants on and like blankets and stuff, so I was fine. But those body aches, bitch, I felt like I had been hit by a truck. I've never been hit by a truck before, but I imagine that's what it feels like. It was awful. Never in my life have I had such terrible body aches. It was so bad, I was crying. I didn't even know that I could do that. That was just my body working. My body working to, you know, make the antibodies and in case I ever get exposed, which to my knowledge, I have not yet been exposed to COVID-19. At this point, I know many people who have contracted COVID-19 with varying degrees of severity. Some people, all they did was lose their smell and taste. Everything else was fine. Other people, hospitalized. I fortunately don't know anyone personally who has been lost to COVID-19, luckily. Knock wood. But it's terrible. So to me, as bad as my symptoms were for getting the second dose of the vaccine, I would much rather endure this for one day, because I was fine the next day, totally back to normal. I would rather endure that for one day than get COVID-19. I know people who have recovered months ago, still can't smell or taste. People still maybe have a little bit of brain fog or fatigue, or I mean, it's nasty, it's terrible. So no, I'm not a first responder. No, I'm not a teacher or somebody that's even exposed to the general public that often, but the more that regular folks, just regular old nobodies, can get the vaccine, we can all kind of get back to normal, you know? Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? How's that? Let's see here. I haven't worn this lipstick in forever. Does it make my teeth look yellow? According to me, everything makes my teeth look yellow, okay? I have a complex. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's looking a little concealer lipish. Put on some lip gloss, that might help. Oh yeah, she's juicy. Ooh, that's pretty. Is that conceited? Yes, it is. I will provide some links in the description box for more information on how you can set up a vaccination appointment or get on a list or something. So if that's been tough for you, I'll try to help you out best I can. The faster we all get vaccinated, the faster we can get back to normal life, man. And you know what? If you don't want to get vaccinated, that's your choice. Cool, man. You do you or don't. But I felt very lucky and fortunate for that to be offered to me. So as soon as it was, I was like, yes, I will take it. I will take it. Mice at work, Patches in his vet, saga, COVID-19 vaccine. Look at us.
Hey, look at us.
Look at us, huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Thanks for hanging out today and for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this one, then consider subscribing to this channel before you leave today. I upload new videos here on YouTube every week, and you can follow me on most of the other channels as well. All of the products that I used today are going to be listed down in the description box, including some other information about the COVID-19 vaccine. I'm not an expert, but I'll help you inform yourself. That is it for now. I will catch you next time in the next video. Bye! Hello, hi. Oh no, what's on my eye? I'm trying really hard to look decent today. That's cowboy, nope, big. Look how big they are. I hope my microphone's not jacked up. Paranoid about that. Am I making sense at all? Good enough for government work. I'll see you in the next video then. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. It's like, is Tyler using the litter box? That's how much pee is in there.